Guys, I know I don't really share much about my personal life, but in truth I have a life-threatening problem that will kill me after a certain amount of years. The unfortunate thing is that there's nothing I can do about it. There's no cure for it. It's called aging. That's some real scary shit. Like Halloween.
Boo.
But wait, this isn't a Halloween special review. This is Grand Metropolis! Okay, yeah, that will be one of the few times I reference Radical Soda. I love this work. So yeah, just kidding. This is a small review on the big city cartoon known as Mission Hill. Now, this is an underrated cartoon that used to air on the WB, but mostly known for airing on Adult Swim. This was always a cartoon that I had in the back of my mind ever since I was a child. And every time I go back and watch a few episodes, it gets better and better. Why? Well, that's because I'm getting older and older. I can fully appreciate everything that's happening throughout the series now. And we've all heard the saying, "You'll understand when you're older," something along those lines. It applies to almost everything, including cartoons, of course. It really is one of those cartoons that you can like more as you get older. I know that's a complete given from the fact that it used to air on Adult Swim, but hey, let's all be real. We've watched a few shows from Adult Swim or something else in our youth, and of course, we didn't understand everything from each show airing. From Mission Hill, the reason why I watched it when I was a kid was pretty much pretty colors and cartoon. That's it. But rewatching it as the audience they mostly aimed for, it's pretty damn cool, and I love it. The premise of the show is that Andy now has to deal with his younger brother Kevin living with him in the city, along with Andy's roommates and friends along for the ride as well. Jim, the pure definition of a chill friend, and who I'm convinced is just Jim in cartoon form from the Pizza Party podcast. And then Posey, who's this flower girl who's a bit of an airhead. She's still fun though.
Well, welcome to the real world, sucker!
It's a very fun cast of characters, I will say, especially from all the random people that they happen to meet here and there. And the art itself, I'm not gonna lie, is nothing all that impressive, but I can tell that there was still some care put into it as much as it got. One thing I do love, though, is that when a character could have a different shade to them depending on when or where they are at. Like Andy, his hair is blue on a regular basis, but when night falls, there's only shades of blue, with the rest of it being black instead. I know a number of cartoons do this still today. It's just a simple thing to do, but I love seeing it, and it reminds me a lot of Ed, Edd n Eddy or Teenage Robot. That's what I like. And on top of the episode, sometimes just dealing with life problems as an adult through Andy, and some problems as a teenager through Kevin, and then just much more from the others. And that's why I love this show now as opposed to when I was a kid, of course. Because when I was a kid, again, pretty colors and slapstick. Now as an adult, it's more like, hey, yeah, that's pretty funny and a little too true and sad. My favorite episode out of the bunch is probably Kevin in Love, which is episode 11, if I'm right, where Kevin ends up dating this girl who's a little weird, or, well, super weird, but I like her.
These are for you.
Ew. Flowers are the sex organs of plants. Why is it considered romantic to castrate a bunch of plants?
Right.
And then Andy and his friends are just messing around with people from town with a rather harmless prank. I love it. It's just a fun episode.
The baby gets in, but not you.
My baby!
Step off the line, please. That must have been one cool baby, man.
How's it going out there?
It's wonderful. We've created the Studio 54 of smelly closets.
Now, of course, almost everything that's underrated, it didn't really finish its story. It got canceled. Now, you can find the first 13 episodes online, no problem. The last 5 episodes, though, for the season never aired. But that doesn't mean that they're lost forever. Interesting enough, you can find full scripts finished for those episodes. I should have a link below for them. And for 2 of them, you can also find them in episode form, almost. Episode 15 has some of its storyboards completed, along with voice acting. And then episode 16, it's pretty much a completed episode, just in storyboard form, and the cast read it live, and I think that's what makes it a little bit more funny. And I don't want to spoil anything for those who do plan on watching the series, but I will say, watch the episodes in order, of course, because there is a bit of continuity throughout the season, and I will safely say that episode 16 is really freaking good and really freaking funny, and kind of serves as a pseudo-ending, you could say. So, yeah, this was just a small review that I wanted to do for the show Mission Hill that I've come to love as I've grown up more and more, and just gets better every time that I go back and watch a couple of episodes. Not only that, I just find it funny that Kevin, one of the main characters, is voiced by the Robin, as in like the Robin from Teen Titans and so on. That's just funny. And then one of the side characters is voiced by Tom Kenny, so SpongeBob. That's just a treat. So yeah, those are just some fun facts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You know what to do with all the links that I provide and everything of the sort. Have a happy Halloween, even though I know some of you are probably not watching this on Halloween. But anyway, have a great day, have a great night, and everything else you know what to do. Bye.